I'm Anna Webb. Welcome to a special episode of A Dog's Life. Hey, Mr. Binks, you know we've been watching the news a lot lately, and there's lots of very bad things happening in Ukraine. And I've often thought, gosh, what would I do if London was being attacked and bombed and I had to flee and I had you, Prudence, and Gremlin to carry just with two hands? Well, we're about to jump on Zoom to talk to an amazing man called Malik, who is representing the Centaurus Foundation on the southeast side of Poland right now. He is sending convoys into the Ukraine to help some dogs and cats that haven't been so lucky to evacuate with their pet parents. Well, I'm simply beside myself because we've just jumped on Zoom to talk to the founder of a major animal welfare organization in Poland called Centaurus. They have moved from the southwest of Poland in the last few days to the southeast of Poland to a town called Medina, which is right on the border of Poland and Ukraine. And yes, what they are doing is sending convoys into the Ukraine to send supplies, urgently needed supplies, to animal shelters across the Ukraine. And they are bringing dogs back into Poland from the Ukraine to safety, helping to balance what is turning into an extremely horrific situation for animals in Ukraine. So I'm so pleased to welcome the founder of Centaurus on A Dog's Life podcast.
Thank you very much, Anne. It's my pleasure to be here. Let me just get something straight. I'm not the founder. The founder is Eva Mastik. She's been running this foundation since 2006. I'm just a simple member of this foundation, which and I volunteered to go to the Polish-Ukrainian border, to the city of Medyka. Yes, so that's the proper Medyka, yes.
Oh, okay. Now I'm absolutely hopeless in pronouncing anything Polish. So what is your name? Because I can't say it.
My name is Przemyslaw Malik, but since my name is very hard to pronounce, I'm guessing you can just call me by my last name, Malik. That's what people were calling me all the time when I was in England. So Malik would be fine. That would be great.
Okay, Malik. Well, that makes it a lot simpler for me. And yes, it is true. You're in Medyka. I must admit, gosh, I have friends in Poland, and one day I really, really hope to come and visit. My friends live in a town called Poznan. Are you familiar?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at the moment, of course, with everything that's going on, that certainly won't be happening anytime soon. Now, tell me, Malik, so what are you doing on the borders of Ukraine at the moment, and why?
Okay, so we came to the border last Friday. Basically 24 hours after was the first attack, because since from what I can remember, the first fighting started on Thursday or Wednesday night. I don't remember at the moment, but as soon as possible we came here because we heard of just waves and waves of refugees coming into Poland, and also those refugees were abandoning their animals due to different reasons, because some of them, they just couldn't fit the animals into the transport, which just forbid the animals to travel. Some of them they basically left them because they were running for their own lives. So there are different reasons why hundreds of animals are left stranded on the other side of the border. And once we heard this, we basically rushed to the border with some supplies that we kind of gathered quickly. And so we are here since Friday on different crossings, and But at the beginning, it turned out that the informations were very mixed, and we were kind of helpless at the beginning. But as the days passed, we found out more and more information about where and what and why. So we kind of started organizing and getting prepared for like establishing some kind of a logistical base on one of the border crossings, and we were kind of asking volunteers to go into Ukraine to save to just pick up those stranded animals from the streets on the other side of the border, and also we gathered information that the shelters in Ukraine are basically full of animals, and basically they are overwhelmed with the amount of animals that they are receiving. And so this whole idea about the convoys actually came to our minds quite recently, because at the beginning we were basically sending single cars into Ukraine, and after one car came back, we heard this horrific stories about the queues long for 50 kilometers, the waiting queues to enter Poland. And thankfully, the first car that went into Ukraine, the driver of this car was the kind of zootechnician, psychologist, which is familiar with kind of dealing with animals and behaviorist of animal behaviorists. So this woman, she had the ID, kind of veterinary ID. So somehow, with begging and with crying and with asking for help and talking with the police, she managed to go around this massive queue, and she came back the same day after about 20 hours. She came with 5 dogs, which we already sent into quarantine. But this situation with Basha, because that was her name, made us reorganize what we want to do here, and we came to a conclusion that if we properly secure the convoy and put the stickers on and send the cars in groups, maybe with flashlights, with like beacons, on top, and with people that have the IDs, volunteer IDs, we came to this conclusion that those people would be led around these queues more easier, and that's really the case.
Right.
Yes. So.
Oh my God. So yeah, because today, isn't it, Malik? This morning, literally
Yes.
3 hours ago, you did deploy your first convoy of vehicles. So there were like 50 cars, wasn't there? 50?
Well, over 50
Over
cars.
50.
Yes.
So this is quite a moment, because they've just crossed the border. Now they're in Ukraine, and you're still in Poland, aren't you?
Yes. I'm really like full of emotions right now, and forgive me that my voice is, but I'm lost for words. But at this moment, I'm like this, the feeling of how to say it, like the feeling of something that we accomplished, accomplishment is like so overwhelming that I'm basically crying here, because at the moment, from the place that was literally a few hours ago full of cars, and those cars were full of goods for animals, and right now it's totally empty, and all of those cars are already on their way to animal shelters in Ukraine. All of them are provided with animal food, with kennel cages, with all accessories for animals. and also with little packages of food and water and hygienic things for the refugees that are stranded on the border on the other side. So they are right now in Ukraine, and they are right now going to the location. And so one thing is done, and I'm really so excited and so happy that we managed to do this.
It's amazing how you've pulled this together in literally probably
Yes.
what, 3 days or something, because what's happened is you sent me this amazing WhatsApp video last night of these container loads of dog food and
Yes.
treats and medication and everything a
Mhm.
dog could need. Now, you
Mhm.
must have received a huge amount of support from a lot of food companies. Some of these bags of dog food
Oh
were
yes.
pretty large, and in a
Yes.
very short time, and there were
Yes.
container loads of this stuff. So
Four.
basically
Four.
four container loads and over 50 vehicles. So you must be feeling really quite alone at the moment and
Yes.
and empty. But the aim, of course, is to take all of this stuff to those that need it and to the shelters that otherwise would be running out of food now for the dogs.
That's
And
right.
and to take some of the dogs back into Poland to relieve them of the dogs and bring the dogs to
Yes.
safety. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the point is now to bring all those animals not only from the shelters, but just collect them from the side of the roads. Obviously, we will deal with different kinds of dogs. Some dogs they will be chipped and they will have passports and they will have all the documents, but some dogs will be just without any documents. But once they get here into our logistical place where we have those containers that you've seen on the video, we will basically take them out of the cars. And already there is a bunch of volunteers, veterinaries, volunteers that are waiting for those animals, and they will quickly check them. They will give them like first aid if it's necessary. We have the microchip readers, so we will make sure that which one have the chip, which one doesn't. But one thing is for sure, that they all will go into special places that we already established in Poland for quarantine. And one yes.
I was just going to say on the quarantine front, because I read in the papers that the borders between Ukraine and Poland, Romania, and so on, they've lifted the need for any passports, for the animals. Is that right? I think PETA
Yes,
announced
yes,
that.
yes, yes, that's right. But still, as everywhere, I'm sure there are service like border control people. Some you can find, like, let's say, people who have the empathy and compassion, and they basically they know that we are running this whole thing. They know our organization, so they kind of like close one eye for the papers, for the lack of the papers, and let us get those animals into Poland, because they know that we have means to make it all legal, let's say, like that. And they provide all the papers and necessary documents for those dogs. So, but in other places, of course, there are people who want to do everything by the book. So they probably they will block those animals. But we already know which places to cross, so that I don't want to spread this the thing that we are illegally crossing the border or anything. But now in the war zone, many restrictions and rules were lifted, as you say. That's really true. But those animals, as I said, we don't know of their past. So once they are in Poland, we can check we can check and we can deal with them properly.
Yeah. And am I right in thinking, Malik, you've been donated a massive area of land where you
Yes.
had some old pig sheds, an old farm,
Yes.
that
Yes.
you're able to store things in, and keep things dry, and
Yes.
have temporary kennels, already there then for the dogs
That's
to.
right. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because Anne, let me tell you, at the beginning we were basically standing on the side of the road, and all the gifts were given to us, and we were like reloading them on the side of the road, basically, So it was really hard and dangerous, obviously. And on Sunday, I believe it was on Sunday, a mayor of Medica of the city stopped by, and he asked us who we are and what we are doing, and we described the situation, and we are very grateful, and we want to I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, but he's the mayor of Medica, and he basically showed us the location which is abandoned, because in the communist era in Poland they were kind of these collectives, agricultural collectives, massive pieces of land with buildings, which are now obviously since 1990 they are empty and neglected. So he drove us to one of these locations, and it turned out to be just fantastic for the amount of cars that we deal with, and for the amount of goods that we are receiving. So really massive applause for Mayor of Medica.
Oh, we
Uh,
love the
uh,
mayor of Medica.
yes.
What a kind man. That's amazing. Gosh.
Yes.
And what you've got now is a need for cash, isn't it, Malik? You
Yes.
need more supplies. I mean, this is the convoy that's gone today. This is hopefully going to be the first of many convoys that are going to leave and come back safely with lots of dogs. But the supplies are going to have to still keep going into Ukraine, right? Because nobody can buy any dog food there at the moment, I wouldn't think.
No. I mean, some areas of Ukraine are totally shut off. The bridges, the access bridges were blown just to prevent the Russian army to cross, or they were blown by the Russian army, and so there is absolutely no chance to physically get the supplies there. So what we are doing also, we are providing we are doing the fundraisers to not only to take care of those animals that we will bring, but also to support those little tiny organizations or tiny shelters there in the east of Ukraine, where the war is raging, absolutely raging. There is like street fights, gunfights on the streets. I'm sure you've seen those movies
It's
recorded.
terrible.
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
It's absolutely terrible.
I mean, I don't know how I would feel, if I was there and I had, I've got 2 dogs and a cat, and
Yeah.
I'm just on my own, and it would be difficult for me to manage backpack, a bull terrier, another little terrier, and my cat that is
Yes.
enormous. How I've only got two arms, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I have no help. What
Yeah.
would I do? What would I do? And I have kept thinking that, and it puts awful fear and dread in me. And I just,
Yes.
I just think at the moment these people really need help,
Yeah.
and you've got a fundraising page, haven't you, Malik, now that's
Yeah.
in English on your
Well,
website?
yes. Actually, if I could give you, if I could share our English website, okay. Because I was so busy, because the gifts were coming through all of the night, so basically I didn't have any sleep through the night, so I wasn't able to set up this landing page. But maybe if I can inform you, but at the moment I can tell you about our English website, where if I can just tell you the way how to get to the donation page on this
Yeah, of course.
website.
Absolutely. We're going to put all the links though into
Yes.
the show notes. But go ahead, say the website, please.
Okay.
Yes,
The
Malik.
website is www.angels2 with a number 2, digit 2, yes.
Yes.
So angels2animals.com.
So
And
that's
if you,
angels2animals.com.
yes, .com. And if you go on that website, there is a on the menu at the top, there's a, you can click on how can you help. And when you click on that, you can there's gonna be sub menu of help the animals or adoptions. And if you click on help the animals, it goes to the site that there is a donation listed which under the name help the animals of Ukraine, or there's another one just simply help the animals, yeah. And
Yeah,
this
okay.
particular donation page, help the animals from Ukraine, if you click on that thumbnail, there will be a quick quick story about what we are doing here, but very short. And underneath there will be a donate button, and there it will put you through to a PayPal donation. So please be welcome to go to that to click that donate button, or simply if you go to the website angels2animals.com and you just click the button donate at the top right corner, it will get you to the page help the animals. And either way all those funds will go towards the dogs of Ukraine.
Oh, amazing. Gosh, Malik, thank you. No, I shall be donating some today, most definitely. And I guess on the website as well, for if we've got any companies that are listening, dog food manufacturers, for example, if they
Yes.
want to send a container load of dog food to you, you will have all of the details, the address of the pig farm.
Yes, yes. Here, yes, I will have the address. Should I tell the address
We
now
can put it in the show notes, Malik.
in
Yes,
the
because
show
I know
notes? Okay,
it's going to
yes,
be
let's do that.
difficult to pronounce,
Yes,
and
yes,
everyone will
yes,
need to know how to spell it right. So if
yes.
it's okay, we'll you can email me it, and then we will
Mhm.
put that in the show notes. Absolutely, because
Excellent.
clearly people must need your address to get things
Yes.
physically to you. And I really hope anybody listening that can help with anything at all, even bandages. You know, vet wrap, you'll need vet wrap, surely, you know, the
Yes,
bandage
yes,
for,
that's right.
yeah, you'll need lots of it, I'm sure, because of cut paws.
Anxiety drugs,
Mm.
collars, anti-flea collars, dewormer tablets, all those little things that you can buy in just a normal pet shop. But obviously, if anyone has contacts with the veterinary doctors that can prescribe for the foundation some vaccination or rabies jabs, or vaccinations against all of those viruses that are common in dogs. And also we need microchips as well. So all, if anyone has contacts, obviously, but
Of course. No, people do that are listening. I know that.
mhm.
So, and I promise to spread the word, on Twitter with this
Thank you very
episode,
much.
and beyond that. And Malik, I just think you're amazing. You must be utterly exhausted.
Yeah.
And I bet, when is the convoy returning, all being well, God
Well,
willing?
the convoy, we divided the convoy into 3 parts. One part is going to an animal shelter about 70 kilometers 70 kilometers into Ukraine, and picking animals from there and collecting the animals from the foster houses, temporary foster houses around this shelter. So they, once they have the animals, they will quickly come back to Poland. The other group is going to Lvov. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English, but in Polish it's Lvov. It's basically one of the major cities, just 100 kilometers from Medica. And so far it's a safe city. So far there is no war going on over there. But the third group is going even a little bit past Lvov to the areas on the other side of Lvov when we are looking from Poland. And let me tell you this amazing story. It will take just a short time, but this story really broke my heart at the beginning, but it all turned out very, very happy, and everybody was literally crying. Basically, there was this one girl, Ukrainian girl, who managed to leave the country, but she left her beloved cat. I know this is a dog
Oh no, we
podcast,
love
but
cats. I've got a cat. I love cat. I
but
would. My cat would be with me.
yes,
Crossing the
and
border.
she left her cat in Ivano-Frankivsk, which is 214 kilometers from the border. It's south of Lvov, and it's the further from the border you go, it's more dangerous. Yeah, but
Okay.
she managed to come to Medica on her own, and because she heard about our organization, and she was basically begging us to take her to Ivano-Frankivsk to rescue her cat. And
God.
she was asking all those people that showed up, but we already had the locations to go, and she was the first one agreed, so she was happy, but then they changed their mind, that they were going somewhere else, and they told her that they will come back for her, and she was basically standing here with just her backpack and with little scarf, crying because and then we found one car who will take her past Lvov to Ivano-Frankivsk just to pick this cat,
Yeah.
and
God, that's
it's
so
just
amazing.
one of those little stories
Have you got
that
the cat? Is the cat in Poland now?
no, she left with this convoy
Oh,
now.
today. Oh gosh,
Yes,
gosh.
today.
Oh my God, Malik,
So
I've got to find out what happens to this cat. So
yeah,
please, can
yeah.
we just can I, just chat to you?
Obviously, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
please on WhatsApp, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
quite emotional, but
Definitely. So it turned out that someone agreed to go to this place and kind of leave the convoy and go on their own just to get this cat. So, and she was crying so much, she was hugging me, and she was, oh, it was so emotional, and they left. They are in Ukraine now, going for this cat. So on the way back, we received as well information that there are 22 cats from that came from Kiev. In Kiev there's a big fight,
oh
big
yeah,
gunfights
no,
going on.
we're watching the news here. Yeah.
So those 22 cats came to Lvov from Kyiv, so they are already to be picked up from Lvov. So this particular van that is bringing this one cat is gonna come back through Kyiv, so we can call it basically like a cat van.
Yeah, no,
Because all it will have is just 20 cats, and one of the cats will be this cat, beloved cat of this little girl.
oh God, I so
Uh,
hope so. I really
yes,
hope
yes.
this cat's going to fly the flag for all Ukrainian
Yes.
cats. Uh,
I just joked with her that because this van gonna have so many cats on board that she will not mistaken her cat with the others, but obviously it was a joke, and we all cried with laughter. And I'm
yes.
crying at the moment because it's so emotional. She just left, basically at 11 o'clock our time. So
Oh,
we are keeping fingers crossed and everything just to
So Malik,
Just
tell me, does the mobile phone network still work, in
in
Ukraine? So,
Ukraine.
yeah, so can you keep in touch with people, with sat nav or whatever?
Yeah, yes. Some of the cars that we send, they have the CB radios,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
these, and some of them they have roaming or that can work in Ukraine. But anyway, to call to Ukraine at the moment is very expensive. It's about £1 per minute.
Wow.
That's the cost. But the internet is as well is working, but as well we just kind of limited to just short information, short, just kilobytes of data sent, just to spend as less money as possible.
Mm.
We just keeping the communication to the to how to say, I'm sorry, I'm lost for
The
words, to the
leaders,
minimum, to the
to the
minimum, yes.
minimum, to the
Yeah,
minimum, but to the drivers, I guess, of the
yes,
vehicles, and
yes,
making
yes,
sure, God forbid anything happens, like a puncture. I
yeah.
mean, what would you do if you just got a
Well,
puncture?
if there is a puncture, all the cars are fitted with the additional wheel, and the convoys that are going, they because 60 cars went to Ukraine, but on the way back, not to jam the border, we asked them, we asked the people to divide this convoy into like little pieces, like maximum 5 cars, and those 5 cars will be kind of separate cells, that if something happens with one car, every other car stops, and the convoy kind of watches over themselves, the little
Ah,
convoys, and this way we can travel back to Poland without jamming the border.
I get it. No,
So
that's so well
so
organized, Malik. So is this
yeah.
your skill, all of this planning? You sound extremely organized and
I mean,
level-headed.
we jumped straight into the deep waters because we didn't know that so many cars gonna show up, and we were overwhelmed with the amount of cars, but we managed, and I want to thank Dania, my colleague, Nazar, and Norbert and Daria, because just 5 of us were basically, with couple of volunteers, we were running this whole action here, and I want to thank them very much for all the efforts, and the efforts which are not finished yet, because we are planning to stay here for as long as the war lasts. We are hoping that it's gonna be short, but you never know. But we planned. The mayor of Medica gave this land to us indefinitely, so we will stay here as long as it takes, and we will try to form more and more convoys. But now we are more experienced, and we know what's needed and what was missing, and now the next convoy will be much better organized, and everything will be like zipped to all the way to the top.
Amazing. Well, Malik, so I'm just urging everybody listening, even if you've just got a fiver, please donate, follow the show notes, and support Malik and his team that are basically bringing pets into safety, back
Yes.
into Poland from the Ukraine. Well, Malik, I'm sure we're going to speak again. I mean, this is such an honor to chat with you. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for the time you've given us, and for the kind words that you say towards us, and we thank you so much for
Oh,
for all of this, and we
well,
will we will make sure that those animals, we are expecting them to come today in the evening, or today at night, or maybe some of them will come tomorrow on Friday in morning. So
fantastic. Well, we're going to keep in touch,
excellent.
Malik.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And you are so brave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Binks, that's our show. Yes, I know. Gosh, isn't Malik and his team the bravest? And they really do need our help. So please, everybody who's listened, go to the donate button on the Centaurus Foundation website. The link is really clear in the show notes. It's a PayPal transaction, so easy to do. And even £1 will really help. And the animals need help. Thank you for listening. And we'll be back in your feed on Sunday, won't we, Mr. Binks? As normal. And we're talking about crufts. See you then. Bye for now.
Pod people.